So it's tough being part of the right wing these days. Sometimes you'll be offered $50 million to dress up in women's clothes and not be funny, your absolute dream job, so you'll cry about how much of a victim you are for days on end. Oh my god. Sometimes the Matrix is out to get you so much you end up in jail. It's absolutely nothing to do with you bragging about how many crimes you committed in hundreds of videos you uploaded to the internet yourself. It's not that. It's the powerful enemies you made while shilling your scam university. They don't want the secrets of how to sell garbage on Amazon getting out. You even predicted you were going to get arrested, so that proves it was a conspiracy. It wasn't the fact you knew the police were onto you committing a lot of crimes because they watched your videos documenting all your misdeeds in great detail. It couldn't be that. Oh no. Sometimes you're just Ethan Ralph. And sometimes you're an actual victim lost in the sea of grift and bullshit. Someone who has suffered gravely and is certainly telling the truth, and that is Eliza Bleu. She was a victim of human trafficking. Now, unrelated to Eliza, who is truthful and pure, human trafficking is a great grift to latch onto. Some of the dumbest people on the planet are obsessed with seeing human trafficking everywhere. Remember the Wayfair controversy where right on their public website they were selling children in wardrobes to Jeffrey Epstein wannabes for ridiculously high prices? I mean, the products were called girls' names and the prices are so high, so that proves it. Case closed. It couldn't possibly be that they put the prices at a ridiculously high price instead of listing the item as sold out, so Google doesn't de-rank their website in the search engine. Couldn't possibly be the most obvious answer, of course. They're totally selling mail order children in front of everyone. Anyway, the point is, the target audience here is dumb. So Eliza found her perfect group to manipulate. So off she went, telling vague stories about being human trafficked, never naming her abusers because they don't exist. I mean, sorry. I don't know. Why does she never name them? Wouldn't you think that would be good for the grift if it was true? So do you see how little planning you need to succeed in the I was human trafficked grift? So for a few years there have been rumblings about whether Eliza was telling the truth because her timeline of events makes very little sense, because during the time she claims to be trafficked, around 2007, she was hanging around with emo cringe band My Chemical Romance and future YouTuber Jeffree Star and amassing a big following on MySpace, documenting her life on there and live streaming on a long forgotten platform, stickam. It doesn't really sound like she's being human trafficked, does it? But I believe all women, of course. And if a woman says that her doing exactly as she pleases and living her best life is being trafficked, then that's what it is, of course. She was thankfully rescued from being trafficked in 2013. As she says in this tweet, thank the Lord. Now, the more you find out about this thought, the more you can clearly see she's lying about everything. She doesn't name any names because there's no names to name. She appears to have been a My Chemical Romance groupie that turned into a stalker and they told her to fuck off. So this backstory looks like some kind of revenge. To me, at least, anyway. And quite a lot of people on the internet. But who actually cares? I certainly don't. I've seen her on Twitter for years, grifting away. Something has always seemed a little bit off about her, but why would I actually care? All the grifters are lying to you. All of them. Stephen Crowder pretends he doesn't like wearing women's clothing, yet he's always wearing them, for instance. But why do their lies actually matter to me? It doesn't affect me at all. Let them get on with whatever they are doing. It's nothing to do with me. I don't care. But the problem these people have is they made their grift funny, so they attract a wider audience of less sympathetic people. Do you remember this guy, perhaps? That guy who would appear on Tim Pool's podcast if he couldn't get a better guest on, who no one really knew what he did or anything. He was just that guy with a beard, wasn't he? Well, a $5 super chat made Jack Murphy's grift very funny indeed to everyone on the internet. And now, photoshopping his beard onto someone is a universal sign for calling someone a cuck. And Jack Murphy's band of merry men who totally aren't gay, they just have mimosas and brunch with the boys at their Seminole Order gatherings, is gone, and he has never recovered his grift after he made himself look like a complete jackass. So the lesson is to just grift away quietly. If you're a gay man who shoves dildos up your ass as your job as a cam whore at night, while also teaching men how to be an alpha male during the day, keep your head down and laugh off anyone asking questions. Don't ever bring attention to yourself in a negative way. Anyway, I have no idea where I went off on that tangent, but back to the story of Eliza Bleu, the most pure, innocent victim of human trafficking there has ever been. Did I mention how much of a free speech advocate Eliza is as well? This is what she was tweeting about only 2 days ago from the making of this video. What a hero she truly is. But then you get evil bullies like streamer Brittany Venti. This villain of the tale tried to bring up horrible, hurtful memories of Eliza's human trafficking ordeal by tweeting screenshots of a video Eliza was involved in non-consensually while she was being trafficked. horrific behaviour to try and victim shame people like this. I'm sure you will agree. Now, Brittany Venti was rightly locked out of her Twitter account for this appalling crime, and Eliza let her have it with both barrels, saying she took the photo down because it broke Twitter's rules, and she would be prosecuting everyone for posting the photos because they were non-consensual, and she was, of course, a victim. Well, that's that dealt with. So the moral of this video is don't try and victim shame human trafficking victims, guys. It's cringe. Just believe all women. That's it for today's video. Hold on. Something just occurred to me. What was the offending video? I mean, this Twitter rule about non-consensual photos is only meant to be used if someone is posting revenge porn or something like leaking paywalled OnlyFans content. But Eliza is a human trafficking victim, guys. Have I pointed that out enough yet? You know, like she does every second of the day. So there's no way pure and good Eliza would indulge in the thottery of OnlyFans. So this must be a video that one of her kidnappers forced her to make before 2013, when she said she was rescued from this terrible ordeal, right? Right. Well, no. The video in question is a World Star Hip Hop video from 2017, 4 years after Eliza was rescued from being trafficked, where she is whoring it up to the absolute maximum. That has been publicly available on YouTube for 6 years, and when I say hoeing it up, I mean it. There's a point in the video where you can fully see her tits. I mean, I can't show that on YouTube, but for some reason, Eliza can in her video, and it's not even age restricted or anything, so I don't really know what's going on there. And this video is called Eliza Knows, and it's very well produced, and Eliza is front and center of it, and it certainly looks consensual and like a thought trying to get famous. And of course, filmed 4 years after she escaped being human trafficked. Now, this obviously led to much merriment on the internet at Eliza's expense, with everyone calling her out for being a huge liar, because she is a huge liar. And even getting a tweet where she says she's going to sue the internet, which historically is always a great thing to say, by the way. Without fail, it always works. To be fact-checked and have context added where they link the video of Eliza writhing around with her tits out within the fact check, which is pretty hilarious. Which is one hell of a backfire, I think you might agree. And it also led to the hashtag Free Brittany Venti trending on Twitter. So everyone knows about Eliza's music video now. Did this man die for nothing? Will none of them ever learn? Ignore everything, especially someone calling you out on your lies. If you know you're lying, and she obviously does because she is lying, don't double down. The internet never tolerates that shit. And maybe don't lecture other people about making rookie mistakes in the future, you fucking dumbass. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks, boy.